Hi, we're the Walleys, and we have been serving in kids ministry for at least the past 3 years. He had to stay home one Sunday because someone was coming here to do some work. I saw the need, and definitely I came home and said, guess what? You weren't at church today, so I
volunteered you.
I volunteered you. We're doing kids worship.
I told Kimmy, have you heard me sing? And I can't play an instrument, so I'm not really sure how we can do children's worship.
What fun and what joy in getting to work with the team, which are mainly kids that are the ones that are up there worshiping and leading kids worship with us. That's how that started. And then I missed a Sunday, and guess what? He signed me up, and we've been teaching ever since.
We had seen the kids in worship, but we really didn't know them. We were at family camp, and we were talking to them, and one of the girls came up and kind of jumped on me, and the other one came up and kind of jumped on Kimmy, and we just started playing with them. We were playing with them and got to know them and talking to Mary. And then we went to do the prayer journals, and they called everyone over, and we were doing prayer journals. And of course, the two little girls, they sat by us and did our prayer journals. They have so much stuff glued on them, you can't even hardly pick them up. But they had a ball, and we just enjoyed spending the time with them. And when we started teaching, they were in our class. At the time we met them, they were 3. And then since then, we've just became closer with the Norders and just adopted the kids, and it's just been wonderful. We just love spending time with them.
The Lord He's blessed us so much. One, with the relationships, the things that you're not even expecting, because you go in thinking, oh, there's a need. And we know we're called to serve as well, and we want to honor the Lord with that. But our lives have become full. We just connected our hearts with them and adopted them as like our grandchildren, and they adopted us. And then Mary and James would come over and bring the kids over to swim and have burgers. And I had told Rick, I said, we need to get to know their hearts. We need to know Mary and James. And the Lord blessed us with that relationship. We get to have them over for little Christmases, and the girls for teas, and the kids for swimming parties. On Mother's Day this year, Mary said, we'd like for you to go on a Mother's Day hike with us. And so our families, Rick and I and their family, got to go and do a hike. And it's just things like that outside of the church. Our hearts are joined. We get to pray together. We get to have fun together, love on each other. And it's just been a blessing, truly, going both ways. The girls came to the hospital when my dad was so sick, and the girls just kept insisting, we got to go see Papa Don.
Yeah.
And it meant the world. They just jumped up on the bed with him, things that we couldn't do, and loved on him and made him cards. Just it's things like that where it's even extended further to bless our family and comfort.
I went to church a few times throughout my life. I always believed in the Lord, but until we met in 2010, I didn't go to church, and I started going to church with her. I'm learning with them, and it's just brings us closer as a couple, brings us closer with the kids.
And when we get to share Jesus and pour into these kids, we get to learn more ourselves too. That was something I prayed about. I wanted a husband that I was going to be able to serve the Lord with and serve in a ministry inside the church with, and he's done that. And it's just been a blessing.
If you think you're not qualified, I doubt if there's probably anyone looking at this video right now that was less qualified than me. when I stepped into this position.
Well, if he calls us to it, he will equip us. And if we do it with a pure heart and walk in there saying, Lord, I'm here to serve you today, and just help me love on these children, bring what they need and what you want them to hear today, he honors that.